question, analyze its background, debate its applicability, then come out to the conclusion. Don't be biased by someone's opinion, even if he is a great scholar or a great president. You have to apply your mind. For that, the Shastra itself has given us some parameters and tools to arrive at the right conclusion. Now, what constitutes dharma? So, whatever we decide should stand the test of the negation of all the previous four opinions, or it should align with them, or it should, if it so diverges, we should find the right supporting evidence to say that what we conclude is right. Okay. Now, in our tradition, every terminology has its innate meaning, which is supportive of the term. Dharma, the word has derived from the root dhatu dhrang avasthane. Avasthana is to remain the same. Avasthana means remain the same. In face of all circumstantial changes, you have to remain the same without a change. That is avasthana. Dhrang avasthane. Dhrigate iti dharmaha. One which stands out in the face of all circumstantial changes, it has to remain on its own. That is dharma. Now let us see whether the definition what we are going to conclude, whether that would stand its principle. Dhrum avasthana is the ones, it has to remain as it is without a change. Then we have the most popular adage, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Can you repeat this? Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. It's very easy. Please repeat. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma protects you if you protect it. Can you repeat the meaning again? Dharma protects you if you protect it. If you don't protect it, dharma will not protect you. So dharma has to be on such steady platform that it should not alter, and whoever adheres to that, it should protect them. Then what constitutes dharma? As Padmanabhan said, dharma is a code of conduct. Dharma is a code of conduct. Then, whether it is universal or regional or national or international, that we have to examine that word. What applies to India may not apply to this place. What applies to Illinois might not be applicable to Texas. They have different laws and different rules and different codes of conduct. Does that mean that all these codes, rules, do they constitute dharma? Might be, might not be. Let us analyze them. Now let's come back to the question. What is dharma? Dharma is a code of conduct which does not change. Then comes our first question. In India you are doing something else. In America you are doing something else. There you are going to a hotel. You want food. You are taking sadam, rice or some idli, etc. Here you go to a Pizza Hut and you are enjoying the pizza or spaghetti or something else. So, what is the difference between the two? When you say prana rakshana, you have to protect your life at all costs. What is the first dharma? Code of conduct can't be a one line. It constitutes of several lines, hundreds, thousands of lines. We have to interpret them according to the context many times. Prana Rakshana is the first dharma. I hope you all agree with me. Does someone disagree with me? No, you can't. Prana Rakshana, protecting your life, saving your life, is the first dharma. Let us come to the definition or the opinion given by Narayana Swami. When I said that Prana Rakshana is the dharma which does not change. If I am in China, I am eating noodles to save my life. If I am in India, I am eating rice. If I am in northern India, I am taking wheat or chapati or roti. If I am in this country, I might have some spaghetti or something else, or some bread toast, something else. So protecting the prana is the first dharma. Similarly, the codification of the conduct might vary in nature, but the principle remains the same. Let me repeat again. The codification of the conduct might vary from region to region, time to time. Its exterior will change, but not its interior. The core always remains the same. That is called the Dharma Atma, or the principle of Dharma that remains the same. You have to protect your life, come what may, number one. What happens next? Without harming others, you try to protect your life. Second commandment. Without harming others. Others means it's not only necessarily, it's not the humans alone. It is not limited to the human species. To any creature. Limit your damage to the maximum possible extent and protect your life. Then comes what is right, what is wrong. As she said, doing the right thing when no one is observing you, that constitutes dharma. That is true to some extent. But how do you derive what is right and what is wrong? If I do not agree with my opinion, I think that it is my duty to discipline you. How do I do this? Either by force, hook or crook. But first I have to understand what I am applying is right or wrong. Because from a partial biased view, whatever I do, because there is a very good saying, we are wonderful judges for others' works, and we are great lawyers for our acts. Let me repeat it. We are wonderful judges for others' acts. We are good in judging, oh, this person has done something wrong, something good. We deliver wonderful judgments. But when it comes to our mistakes, we are great lawyers. We can advocate, we can profess, we will go all out to prove that whatever we have done is good. So this is the human common nature. We can't escape this. Then what will happen? How do you decide that this is right or this is wrong? Then comes another side effect. Then how do you decide which is right or which is wrong? Sage Vyasa gives us a wonderful insight on this matter. The commencement of this shloka is really bamboozling, perplexing. He says that penance is not a sin. What is it? Penance is not a sin. Charity is not a sin. What boss? How can charity be a sin? When is the nishadha, the ban, when does it come into effect? When there is a practice, then you have to ban it. When there is no practice, one Mr. Jayaraman is sitting already. How should I say? You should not stand up. If he is trying to stand up or if he is standing out, then I should say that, okay, please sit down, or you should not stand up. When he is already sitting, when he is seated, how can I say that you are not supposed to stand? Is it relevant? We don't know. He says that doing penance is not sin. Doing charity is not sin. Doing a yajna is also not a sin. Telling the truth is also not a sin. Telling a truth is not sin. Harming someone is not a sin. Then what is a sin? Everything you can do and you say it's not sin. Tapona kalkaha. Dananna kalpaha. Kalkaha. Kalka is a blemish. Yajnona kalkaha. Dananna kalkaha. The final sentence gives the right meaning. Tanyeva bhavopahatari kalkaha. Tanyeva, all these acts, if they are not backed up by good intention, they constitute a sin. Then again our primary question will remain the same. What is right and what is wrong? For that we have innumerable scriptural sentences which are applicable to one and all. Then as he said, if it is a universal law, why others are not following? How does dharma protect us? We say that dharma rakshate rakshitaha. Dharma will protect you if you protect it. How does it happen? For a common understanding, we will take a very mundane example. You are not driving, right? You have been driving in this country. Which side of the road do you drive? Left? Okay. I come from India. I have a driving license in India. I follow whatever I am taught to. I have a license to do this. Then I will drive on the left side. If I say that, what will happen? I will be either in the hospital or the crematorium or in the jail. Either of the three, nothing more. So we all have formed a code of conduct for common good. It's called common good, societal welfare. So this code of conduct is the dharma. If we all follow the same rule, that rule will protect us. If you all drive on the right side, then that same rule will protect you from accidents. You please apply this rule and this example, this simile to every other act of your life. This is the dharma. This is the example of dharma. One example of dharma. To do whether you are doing right or wrong. If you apply this rule in Singapore and India, you will end up the other way, as I do here. For that, to check what you are doing is right or wrong, we have a code of conduct in the form of manual. What is that manual called? If you go to the DMV website, they have a rule book, driver's rule book. Every state has it. We have to go by that. To arrive at these conclusions and these guidelines, how many years might have taken for the departments or for the society? Probably 100 years? 200 years? Not more than that, because the independence is only achieved 200 years or 250 years, not beyond that. 1776. Okay. So, 2 centuries of observance of the society has taken a particular stance, stating that these rules are to be formed for the common good of the citizens. If 2 centuries of observance has led us to make this set of rules, then the Dharma Shastra, what we are speaking, what Padmanabhan has spoken of the scriptures, how many years might have taken for them to be formed or to be envisioned? We don't know. Because our culture, our traditions, our dharma is timeless. That's what we all believe. No one can date it. If you ask when was the Buddha Dharmapada, when what is it written, you can also give out the date. If you ask when was the Quran read out, you can give it the year. When you say Bible, you can say that from this century to this century, the Old Testament, then in the New Testament it happened. You can give out such a date. Dating is possible for every other thing. But the oldest, the most ancient, timeless tradition cannot be dated. For that, the seers they ought to have a long life. So people with such a long life and long time observation have codified their observations into a Dharma Shastra which is relevant to all the time. The sutra, the principle of the Dharma does not change at any point of time. As I said, to protect your life, you have to have some sort of food there. Others form of food here. But protecting the life is one important Dharma. Then how do you checkmate whether what you are doing is right or wrong? You can't have the entire text in your mind. Even Google the entire thing on every occasion, it's not possible. Then Vedavyasa himself has given us 2 commandments. If your acts are devoid of bad intentions, hurting others, harming others, they are dharma. If your intention is to harm someone, you know that obviously. That does mean that an unwilling child, if he or she refuses to go to the school, should you not discipline her or him? You will do this. But you know what is right and what is wrong. There is the inner consciousness, which will tell you. And secondly, paropakara punyaya papaja parapedanam. Shlokardhyana pravakshyami yaduktam granthakotipihi. In a half a hymn, half a shloka, in just 2 lines, I will give you the synopsis of the entire Dharma Shastra. What is it? Paropakara punyaya papaja parapedanam. If your intention and acts are benefiting others, it is punya, it is dharma. If they are not benefiting, they are papa. Knowing that your boy will be happy to go to the casino or to do something else and give him ample money to spend, that might give him happiness in short term, but you know that in long term it will harm him. If you know that, if still you are persisting with, or if you are yielding, that is not dharma. I can give a number of examples to this. The applicable universality of this dharma is certainly true. As long as you observe the intent and the code of conduct, with the principle is applicable to the entire universe. Probably the language may change. Some of them might have been lost in translation or translation. But in the essence, the principle always remains the same. That is dharma. Jai Guru Datta.